Hello Internet and welcome back to another adventure of Mr. Jammy B'Stard, the luckiest son of a bitch who's ever walked the Mojave Wasteland. Okay, in our last adventure we recruited Boone here from Novak, and we are now a member of the Followers of the
I heard
Apocalypse.
from one of Melissa's runners that check-coded bastard got thrown out on his ass.
Hey,
Hello. So,
Carl's been in a shitty mood since that big explosion at the fort.
yeah, and also, speaking of explosions, we found
yeah?
the instigators of the NCRCF riots in Vault 19, and we helped them out as well. And they've agreed to join the Great Khans, which is why we made contact with them. We are also here on behalf of the NCR. We're trying to stop them from joining Caesar's Legion. Okay, let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit more.
I heard from one of Melissa's runners that check-coded bastard got thrown out on his ass.
Ah, there he is.
Good to
Not
see
now,
you
I'm
again.
busy.
Hey,
Rumor from the strip is that House is dead. I hope the old bastard choked on his own tongue.
I wish there were more like you.
You've been doing good things for us. Don't think I haven't noticed. What can I do for you?
I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their allegiance with Caesar's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you?
Do you really think Caesar is going to restore your tribe to glory? You'll be made slaves.
Ha! The great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes. Farewell.
Morning.
Now, when we go outside, Regis, the guy in the table, he's going to be he's going to mysteriously appear outside.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
Who are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa's second in command. You might say I share your concern about Caesar. You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration.
So, what do I do?
Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to four voices in particular: me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Aren't you convinced already? If we're having this conversation?
I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you.
What about Melissa?
Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts.
What would convince Jack and Diane to support me?
You'd have to talk to them, but those two have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around.
Okay, I'll see what I can do to convince everyone.
Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture.
I'll keep that in mind.
I would too, if I were you.
Ah, that's the quest that we failed at the very end of last episode. I wonder what the hell happened. Did Regis get killed? Must have been it. Okay. There they are. Hey, Jack.
Rumor from the strip is that House is dead. I hope the old bastard choked on his own tongue. Hey, look who it is bringing that good con karma around.
I'm here to ask you to publicly oppose Papa Khan's alliance with Caesar.
Huh? Look, man, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just make the product and make it get to a good home. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we've got each other, we don't care who the top dogs roll with.
But you won't have each other. The Legion will kill you and sell Diane into slavery as a prostitute.
Dude, what a total haul. No way that's Kopashishi. Yeah, okay. Me and Diane got your back. No sweat. Take it easy, dude.
Okay. Gene skydiving. Must go back to Big Mountain at some point. Turn all my Xander root and prickly pear fruit, everything into salient green. Merciful bug. Okay, back off. Pooch don't look too friendly. So Bright follower. Huh. Now this is Sloane.
Hold up. There are deathclaws all over the damn place north of here. I'd turn back if I were you. If you want to get to New Vegas, you're better off heading east from Prim and then looping north. It's a heck of a lot safer.
What is this place?
This is Sloan, a camp for us quarry workers. The actual quarry, Quarry Junction, is up the road north of here. The whole thing is an NCR operation. We make cement for the NCR using the limestone we dig out with dynamite and drag lines. Dirty work, but the pay's good. Wish we got paid in caps, though. Not a lot of merchants like taking NCR paper money.
You don't get paid in caps?
Nope. The NCR has been trying to switch over to using paper money, just like in the pre-war days. Trouble is that the exchange rates ain't exactly fair. For example, $100 in NCR money is valued at roughly half that in caps around here. Seems like a rotten deal for us, but work is work.
Where'd the Deathclaws come from?
They moved into the quarry after the powder gangers came through and made off with most of our dynamite. We shut the quarry down while we waited for the NCR to get us some more blasting sticks, but now the Deathclaws have shown up. The NCR is a no-show. And my men and I have got nothing to do but sit on our asses all day. It's damn frustrating.
Have you had problems with Deathclaws before?
We'd see them occasionally, but they didn't seem too keen on getting too close to the quarry. Not sure if it was the noise or all the workers. I can't believe that an entire pack moved into the quarry. I thought that kind of bad luck only happened in New Vegas.
I could take care of your Deathclaw problem.
I don't know what it is about you, but I think you could actually pull it off. Deathclaws are tough bastards, but you might be even tougher. Nobody here is any use to you in a fight against Deathclaws, but take these medical supplies. You'll probably need them. To do the job right, you've got to get rid of the pack leaders, the Mother Deathclaw and the Deathclaw Alpha Male. Should run the rest of them off.
Talk to you later.
If you insist on going north, don't be expecting a rescue when you get into trouble.
I'll sit.
Boone, you stay here. Eddie, cover him. And this is why we needed the anti-material rifle. Okay. Don't use the explosive rounds until I have to. Save.
Man, I wish I'd stayed back and helped.
When do you think the NCR will send their troops to help us? Poor Snuffles. Wish somebody could do something about his leg.
There's a trick to this. There we go. Look at the high ground. Any more for any more. Whoa, there's quite a few dead ones. The gradient. Switch to the explosive ammo. Blasted to bits. Let's save. Shit, can't get a clear shot. Yeah, head off over this way. Good boy. Pick up some more of these anti-material bullets before heading off to the divide. Blips on the radar. Where are you? There they are. Oh shit! Is it dead? Oh yeah! Memory serves me right, there's another Deathclaw up there on that ledge. Now this is fucking dangerous. Oh god, what have I got, what have I got, what have I got? Right, shotgun, that'll have to do. Unload shot after shot after shot. Just hope the thing dies. Right there. It's coming right for us. Shit. Be all of them. Aha! Knew there was something around there. Okay. This is somewhere up here. There they are. They're up there.
That's close enough. What do you want with the Great Khans?
What are you doing up here?
Awaiting a delivery, but it's a no-show. I'm guessing that the Deathclaws and the quarry have something to do with that.
What kind of delivery are you expecting?
Supplies to make chems. The NCR's the best source since they're hard to come by anywhere else. We don't really use the chems ourselves, just sell them to anybody with the caps. If it ends up hurting the NCR in the process, that's a bonus.
Seems like an odd place to pick up a delivery.
The Khans and the NCR don't get along. They prefer to shoot us on sight, even if we're not looking for a fight.
I could help you out with your problem.
Is that right? What's your angle?
Favor for a favor?
Alright, fair enough. You help us out, and I'll owe you one. I was expecting a shipment of chemicals. It's usually in a suitcase dropped off in one of the big machines up here. Because of the Deathclaws, I have to assume the suitcase is still in Sloan. Snoop around the place and get it for me.
Are these chemicals dangerous?
I wouldn't eat or drink them, but no. They won't explode if you drop them or anything.
Anything else I should know?
Don't kill anybody if you don't have to. I'm a scout and I like to keep a low profile.
Got it.
Like what?
Ladies.
Don't leave a trail.
Your leg appears to be injured. Clean the wound with antibiotics and expertly bind Snuffles' injured leg.
Watch out!
Watch out!
What? What is it?
Did you know the strip's all stir?
You need something?
I fixed Snuffles' leg.
I'd noticed Snuffles limping, but I didn't realize the problem was that serious. Thanks. That beast helps keep spirits up around here.
I killed the Deathclaw mother and the Deathclaw alpha male.
Coming from anyone else, I'd say they were drunk or crazy. But that look in your eyes, I believe you. I can pay you, but it ain't much for what you pulled off. I'll get on the ham radio first thing and tell people all about you, though.
Heard up lately? When do you think the NCR will send their troops to help us? house is dead, this time for good.
You need something?
I'm looking for a suitcase filled with chemical supplies for a friend. Do you know anything?
Ah, yes. I think I know which friend you mean. Even if there weren't Deathclaws in the quarry, there'd still be no delivery. The supplier, a guy in Prim named Tyrone, is a cheating son of a bitch who won't deliver even though he's already been paid in advance.
How do you know Melissa?
She's my daughter. Takes a little too much after her mother, rest her soul. But she's happy with the Great Khans, and that's enough for me.
You don't care you're helping the Great Khans?
I'm just a middleman. The Great Khans are a hard group, and some of them are no good. But they're not all the same. I believe in the NCR, but that doesn't make it right for them to roll over anyone who doesn't want any part of them.
Has Tyrone cheated you before?
He's always been shady, but this is the first time he's outright screwed me.
Alright, I'll go pay Tyrone a visit.
Good luck.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us.
I've got your back.
Let's get to Prim. Stay in the Bison, Steve. Oh, star bottle cap. I had a hunch. Okay. How many star bottle caps do we have now? $34.
The Ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I heard they chew nails and spit napalm. Hey, what can Tyrone do for you?
A friend in Sloan told me to come to you about some chemical supplies.
You trying to get me busted? Keep your damn voice down. Lieutenant Hayes already has his eye on me. Look, I already told Chomps the NCR is getting suspicious of all these misplaced supplies. Bigger risk means bigger cost. 300 caps bigger.
Is 300 caps worth being known as a deal breaker? Seems like bad business to me.
Fine. I'll just eat the cost and do a favor for Chomps. Just this one time only.
Don't want to do that. That's Quarry Junction. Oh, thank God the Deathclaws are dead.
All mine.
Cal's been in a shitty mood since that big explosion at the fort.
What do you want now?
I got the chems for you.
You actually came through for us. I didn't expect that. Anyway, the Great Khans pay their debts and don't forget their friends. If you ever come out to Red Rock Canyon, I'll put in a good word for you.
Great Khans like me.
How's it going?
Regis says I should talk to you about speaking against the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
You can ask, but why would I do that? Carl told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a speculatory.
Did he also tell you women aren't permitted to serve in the Legion?
What? No, What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that?
If the Great Khans join the Legion, you'll be sold as a slave, an officer's wife, if you're lucky.
That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. All right, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance.
I need to get going.
Bye.
However, before we go speak to Papa Khan again, there's something we need to do.
I'll sit tight. I've got you.
Soon Caesar will send in his best troops from the Arizona campaign. The NCR won't know what hit them.
Papa Khan?
More of my advisors are starting to talk openly of breaking our alliance. I wonder where that idea is coming from.
You should look at this. It's Carl's journal, and it's very revealing of his true opinions.
Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them? Are these the words of our friend, Caesar? Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him. Hey!
Nice robot.
Papa?
All four of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all.
I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Caesar's Legion.
I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans that makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's Legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory?
You don't need to look outward, mighty Khan. Your tribe is proud and strong. You claim your own glory.
Well spoken, traveler, well spoken indeed. Perhaps it's time to find our own destiny, unburdened by the past. We'll begin readying the camp to move. As soon as Caesar makes his move, we'll depart. We will make ourselves strong again, and we shall conquer.
Hey, as long as you aren't fighting for Caesar, I don't care what you do.
Whatever your motivation was, I think we owe you a debt.
Oh,
Been with us
leveled
now,
up.
runners are saying
Okay. Let's bring sneak up to 80. Let's bring energy weapons up to 90. And we'll bring guns up to 90. And the spare point we'll just dump into unarmed. Okay. Ooh. What's struggle or wisdom? Life giver. Sounds good. Oh, Action Boy 2. Certified Tech. Your knowledge of robotic components allows you to break them more easily. You have a 25% chance of critical hits against robots. Also find more useful components. No, I don't want that. I want the range. Sounds quite good. I'll fight the power. Can't have that perk anymore. Oh, is it because I'm over the original level limit? That could be it. Ah, I see. Sure. Life giver.
The NCR is sending in their elite shock troops to track.
Right, let's report back to the Colonel. Wrong door. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way.
Hey.
Colonel,
Yes. Did you have an update on the cons?
the comms won't be a problem to anyone ever again.
Good riddance. We've had reports for years that they're the ones who supply the fiends with chems, but no one's done anything about it. In any event, no one will miss them. And I've got another mission for you. We've had some disturbing reports recently concerning the Omertas, one of the 3 families that run the Strip. Our intelligence has discovered that high-ranking members of the Omertas have been having clandestine meetings for the past several months. We haven't been able to determine whom they've been meeting with, but if it's Caesar's men, we'll need to act. I need you to uncover what they're up to and stop it if it threatens the NCR. Any questions?
Where should I start?
Head to their casino, Gomorrah, and ask around. If you discover that what they're up to threatens the NCR, stop it. The Omertas themselves likely won't be forthcoming, so you may need to talk to some of their help to pick up a trail. Anything else?
Can you give me any leads?
Our preliminary research shows that the Omertas used to do some business in Freeside, mostly buying weapons. Any other questions?
No, Mom.
Liza O'Malley at the embassy may have some information for you as well. Dismissed.
Smart move for the Kings to back down. They didn't know who they were messing with.
Quickly go to Novak, and we're going to do a mission that should help Boone open up to us. But first,
howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a
Hey,
good feeling
welcome back.
about
Can I get you anything?
see what you got for sale.
Sure thing. Have a look.
Continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak.
Always armor-piercing
Also in
ammunition.
the headlines, a hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Khans was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostage's release.
Come back.
Mojave?
Okay, weapons. Need anti-material rifle for this one. We started fucking about with Caesar a bit more. Now, there's a town east of Novak called Nelson. This road is guarded by an NCR ranger. He'll give us the details on another quest. This one's quite simple, quite easy to do.
Hold up there. This area is locked down by the NCR military until we can dislodge some Legion snakes from Nelson.
The name's Jammy B'Stard.
My apologies, but that name and face ain't ringing the old school bell upstairs. Afraid I can't let you through until the situation is resolved.
You may not know me, but I'm no friend of the Legion, and I'll lend a hand to get rid of them.
Fair enough. It's not like any of the troopers around here are jumping up to volunteer. If you had a few dozen doses of Psycho on you, maybe we could pep those weepy troopers into charging down into Nelson and taking back the camp. But since that's not likely, you could help me take out the Legion's trooper hostages.
Why take out the hostages?
The troopers won't go down into camp with their comrades at risk. Dirty game the Legion likes to roll out whenever they get a chance. Problem is, Ranger Milo doesn't want to play. If we take out the hostages, they've got squat for leverage.
Don't you have the authority to command the troopers to go into the camp?
I'm a ranger. They're troopers. Different branches. I don't have authority over them even though they're as green as a super mutant's backside. Besides, they'd probably start crying as soon as they saw the hostages get so much as a bruise. Nope, they don't got the stomach for it.
Okay, sign me up.
Good. We clear out the hostages, they lose their advantage. They're down in a clearing, crucified on some telephone poles. I'll cover you from the ridge. Just make it quick. These boys should be put out of their misery, not plinked to death with some old varmint rifle. And don't get any dreamy notions about playing the hero and dragging these boys out. You'll get swarmed. Now let's go.
We're getting close to Nelson. Any closer, I'm shooting.
Yep, that's not a problem. That's a solution.
Damn right. I'll sit tight. To hell with Mercy killing. I'm getting those guys out of there.
Carmine. That's my repeater here. We'll do our best to cover you from this ridge. Good luck. Howdy. What's the word?
I put the captives down.
Dirty job, but I'm glad you did it. I'm not authorized to reward contract pay, but here's a little something for you. And I'll let everyone know you did the right thing. Some people might not like it, but no one who matters. At least not as far as I'm concerned.
I've got your back. Mercy killing is expected of NCR snipers. The Legion likes to torture their prisoners within sight of NCR positions. We get called on to end it. I've had my share. Some of them, you think. Maybe you could have gotten them out. Maybe it's not the Legion that got them killed. Maybe it's your orders and you following them.
Were you at Bitter Springs with First Recon?
I was in a lot of places with First Recon. I don't really remember.
You must have been at Bitter Springs. What happened there?
We won.
Tell me about it.
Look, we've done some traveling together, but we're not exactly comrades in arms. I'm not ready to swap war stories.
Me to make good on my promise to fight the Legion with you? Okay, you want me to... Okay, let's try this option. You want me to make good on my promise to fight the Legion with you? Is that it?
I don't know. Couldn't hurt. Yeah.
Right, okay.
That guy Benny was a piece of work.
How do you feel about Manny Vargas?
He was a good spotter.
Weren't you also friends?
Yeah, we were.
But not anymore.
When Carla went missing, he was the first person I told. He tried to hide it, but I could tell right away. He was glad.
I have another question about you.
Sure.
What outfit did you serve with the military?
First NCR Recon. It's a sniper battalion. Sees a lot of action. They moved us around a lot. I was stationed at Camp Golf for a while. Last I heard, they're at Camp McCarran.
First Recon Beret?
Yeah. You could tell by the patch. Bear skull with crossed rifles behind it. Slogan underneath.
What's the slogan?
The last thing you never see. Pretty accurate. And so are we.
What was Camp Golf like?
It was on the front line for a while. Only resort in New Vegas no one wanted to get sent to. Doesn't have that kind of importance anymore, though. They pulled most of the troops out of there after we took the Hoover Dam. Yeah.
Goodbye. Right. Next, we're gonna go to Helios 1.
This is a restricted area.
I'm with the NCR. Anything I can do to help?
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
Why are you here and not on the front lines? Isn't that more important?
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
Shouldn't there be more people than this defending a power plant?
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
Goodbye.
Later.
We know why the Brotherhood were here. Elijah wanted to activate the plant because this power plant also has a secret. Ooh. Ah. There we go. I had a bit of a frame jump there. I thought the game was about to crash. This asshole. This is who the NCR hired to get the power plant working again.
Hey, man. Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
Why are you worried about being replaced?
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
And what is it that you do here?
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
How did you get this job?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
What exactly do you do?
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
So you have absolutely no idea what you're doing?
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
How would someone retarget the mirrors?
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
I am now.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
Why should the power go to the Strip and McCarran?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
Raiders.
Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
What a knobhead. Let's talk to this guy.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
More of a drifter.
I see. Then you must have some special business here, for them to have let you through.
They're looking for help getting this plant running.
Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group?
It'll be more fun if we keep it a mystery. Besides, I'm more interested in you. Or, this is your turf. For all I know, you could have me killed for my allegiance. Who are you with? Let's go with speech.
Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of
yes,
knowledge.
I'm familiar with
Knowledge
the
that must
followers
never be
of the
lost to the
apocalypse.
world. Now your turn.
I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel.
The Brotherhood? I never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad you're here. For once, our organizations may want the same thing. This place houses technology beyond anything I've seen. I'm afraid it could be dangerous if either of the warring factions here learns how to use it.
What more is there to this place than a power plant?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military. Targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
You think Archimedes is a weapon they built here?
Yes. And the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
So the NCR doesn't know about the weapon?
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
The Brotherhood of Steel knew about Archimedes?
I would think you'd know better than I, but perhaps they kept their operation here a secret, even from members of their own order. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steered clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
The NCR asked me to help increase the plant's power output.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one.
Okay. Well, where should I route the power?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
Right, okay. Now, I'm going to go through his, not every dialogue tree. Not that one. But I'm going to go through the others because one of these does trigger an audio log from Eddie. Why are you here?
I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark.
Why would you trust me with this?
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
Okay. We're going to exit and see if that unlocked anything in Eddie.
Goodbye. Download complete. Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientist, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several data banks of information on this machine.
Continue playback.
Please handle this information with the utmost care as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Huh. 7:30 p.m. We're just gonna get the mainframe online, and I think we'll call it an episode. Bollocks. Oh, for God's sake, I just rearmed the bloody trap. Fuck's sake. Reset connection. Okay, is it? Brigadier General Scott Lowe of the US Army will be visiting the facility starting next Monday, staying on site indefinitely. Archimedes goes live. He will be the only person here allowed to authorize its use for anything other than a test. Well, see, Archimedes is a satellite laser weapon. That tower isn't just a solar power plant transformer, for lack of a better term. It's also a satellite uplink. Shit, where's that? Oh, it's over there. Testing. February 16th at 2 p.m. Technicians will be running a test of Archimedes and its connectivity with our plant security system. Under no circumstances should any employee be outdoors on plant grounds until the alarm klaxon has ceased and an all clear is given. Okay. And this seems like a convenient place to stop. Well, we got Boone to open up to us a little bit more. Also managed to piss off the Legion a little bit. Not completely pissed them off, but made them a bit agitated against us. And we've also discovered a second audio log that Eddie was carrying. Next episode, they storm the tower. If you are enjoying this Let's Play series so far, as always, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Twitter at SantaBFox. Tune in again next time for another exciting adventure of Mr. Jammy B'Stard, the luckiest son of a bitch who's ever walked the Mojave wasteland. Same Fallout time, same Fallout channel. Adios.